Hi, on Wallax Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. What do I do? Just stop after I finished getting that chest open last time? I must have. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in the fog. Let's see. I feel like it's an odd time of day to be foggy like this. It looks like a morning, but it's late in the afternoon here, according to the time at the top. Oh, dude. You didn't even get to do nothing. I can't wait till I can upgrade to metal stuff. Still gotta find those dang workbooks. Workbench books. Out here somewhere. It does look like we went past a few new buildings though, so maybe I can swing through. I don't think I want to do the barn though. Let's try to find something with less animals. Animals chew me up. Oh yeah, you're hungry. You're thirsty. I got nothing, dude. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to fight it till you're dead. My base is literally over a grocery store. I've got no food. It's alright though. Well, man, it's a crazy busy week. I tell you, even today, I am uh, up earlier than I'd like to be. I, uh, I hate, I hate getting up early. So Monday, vehicle adventures. That's fine. I'll need that too. I got my new internet installed this week, which is spectacular so far. But that turned into a multi-day process, obviously. And so we had the guy come out last week and dug in the drop line, they called it. But all he basically did was, I mean, all he basically did. What he did was he dug out the line that runs from the box at the road to my house. And, they took care of that last week. Nice. That's 2 today. And so he came in and did that, and that was an afternoon appointment, so that wasn't so bad. But then the next person had to come through and had to do the box on the side of the house, and so that was a little earlier in the day than the previous guy, and so I trying to get people here awake and in positions where they can let me know if someone is here, because my office is here in the basement area, and so I call it an office, but imagine a living room. That's basically my office, and so I I don't always notice when somebody pulls in. And so I was very worried that I would miss the people. And so of course, that's when nobody wants to be in the living room. You know, they've taken all their things, and they've decided that even though they spent all their time every day but the day that I need someone sitting in the living room upstairs, the day that I'm like, hey, yeah, there's gonna be somebody here, and then they're just gone. But yeah, so they came in and got the box put on the side of the house, and then the next appointment, that was Monday, so I'm up early Monday, and then Wednesday, I'm up early Wednesday because I know they're coming in. Man, I'm really getting powerful with this spear. I know they're coming in to do the inside installation on Wednesday, and so I needed to get work done before they got here because I didn't know. Oh no. Oh, look at I hear a dog. Dang. Apparently Hungry Me is better at the game than not Hungry Me. Although this is a much lower level base or building than I normally am searching. This is on the... Oh. Oh, this dog's gonna kill me though. No! I'm dead. I'm a dead, and I can't hit the dog. I can't hit him. My stamina just drained to nothing because I'm hungry and thirsty. Oh, and then I missed that dog like twice. Terrible, terrible. Terrible. Let's see. Like that. This you can have. I don't have any scrap metal on me. Oh no, there it is. But yeah, so they obviously again everybody just vanishes, so I'm up early. I'm, you know, trying to get work done before they get here because I don't know how long the internet's gonna be down, and I'm constantly looking out the window waiting for him to get here because I don't want to miss them, right? I don't want him to get here, knock on the door once, and then be like, oh, nobody's home, we'll have to come back a different day, you know, that kind of nonsense. But yeah, so they showed up, and then I went out, and I think was it Saturday? Saturday, I dug up my Starlink conduit, and got that all ready for when they got here, because I thought they could just run the Starlink, the new internet in through the same hole that the Starlink uses, and they did. And so I was able to you know, be as ready as I could for when they got here, and then just had to unplug the Starlink cable and run it back out through the conduit, and then I forgot how tight the hole was that we shoved the Starlink cable through. It was oop, I don't want to do that. It was super tight, and I had to go get a screwdriver and well, I used a wrench, I couldn't find a hammer to tap it back through the hole. Once I got it in the hole, there was just no way to push it hard enough to get it through with my hands. But it didn't take too long. We got that through. I didn't damage anything. So got all that taken care of, and then yeah, they got the cord run from the side of the house, and then they're like, well, we can use a 25-foot cable or a 50-foot cable because it's, you know, fiber, so we can't break it to specific lengths. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, do you mind if it's up by the ceiling? I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. I don't care. You just put it wherever it fits, wherever is close enough to a power supply. You know, I just... because I didn't know how it was gonna connect in here, and so I suggested a couple of different places, and neither one of them is where they put it, obviously. So I'm just like, okay, well, I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't know why you had me go through the hassle of explaining to you where I would like it, if then you're gonna turn around and be like, yeah, we just want to use the 25-foot cable, and that'll reach here. I'm like, you know, I'm fine with that. That's not a problem. I don't know why you asked me where I would like it, and then turn around and tell me that you'd rather use this other cable. Why didn't you just start with that? But yeah, so I got that all hooked up, and then of course, when I signed up for it, they asked if I wanted a battery backup, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And so like, all right, well, we got two different battery backups. One's an 8-hour backup. I'm like, 8 hours, man, that's a long time for battery backup. And then the other one is 24 hours. And I'm like, woof, well, 24 hours is gonna be massive, right? I don't want that big massive thing. The 8 hours is enough for, you know, if power goes out for a second to keep things running, which is mostly what I use my battery backups for. If it goes up for any amount of time more than like 10 minutes, I've got to shut everything down anyways. So I'm thinking 8 hours is plenty. And so of course when they get here, the guy has no idea about the battery backup, and I'm like, yeah, no, I signed the papers like twice, because I signed the papers and submitted them, and then they're like, hey, did you ever sign the papers for that thing? And I'm like, yeah, it's right there on the list. And then they sent me a second paper that was identical to the one I already signed, so I signed that one too. And then when I'm talking to the lady to confirm my appointment, she's like, we have battery backups available. Would you like one of those? I don't see it on your order. And I'm like, yeah, I've already filled out the paper twice for that. And then she's like, oh, all right, well, let me make sure it gets on your order then. And then they get here and it's not on my order. And the guy has no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm like, oh, man, great. So then he calls and, you know, wants to know about getting that set up. Oh, I better wear those. They're better than got on. And so that means, nice, medical crafting. That means that then not only did I have to get up way early on Wednesday, then he's like, I can get here with your battery backup sometime. Was that Thursday? I think so. Sometime between, you know, it doesn't help me to increase my tool crafting when you won't give me another tool crafting. When you won't give me the workbook books, or the workbench books. I need the workbench books, game. How long am I gonna have to go without a workbench? This is getting ridiculous. I have multiple metal things unlocked now that I can't do anything with because you won't give me a workbench so I can build them. Ugh. Need to repair my stuff here anyways. Repair. So yeah, so he's like, sometime between 8 and noon, I'll be there to hook it up. And I'm like, okay. Oh, also he told me that I was the of all the hundreds of installations he's done now, I'm the first one to get the 2 gig internet. And the first one to ask for battery backup. Uh, he's never installed either of those before, tells me. I'm like, okay, well, that's a little crazy. Like, nobody's asked for 2 gig internet. Like, I know it's faster than what my one computer can handle, but there's 5 of us. Like, we're talking, I don't know if we got 100 devices connected, but it's pushing it, I'll bet. We are very, very internet heavy users here. And I know you're not using 2 gigs all the time, but when I want to use a gig, I want to be able to use a gig. I don't want to have to fiddle around with people watching all their stuff and using up 200, 300 megs of my internet. I know, at least it was 700, but you know, I want it to work great. And besides, on top of that, it was way cheaper than what we currently have, so it definitely figured if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it upright and get the best internet possible, you know. And anyways, so he comes back out. Only, of course, he doesn't make it back out between 8 and noon, which meant that I could have just slept in my normal time. No, I got up at 7:30 because he said he was going to be here between noon and 2. This isn't a locked door. This is an open. Look, she just walked right through it. Ooh, does that unlock me another point in my Spearmaster? It does. Oh. Okay, let me see. I want to see what my new level Spearmaster does for me. Spears inflict 40% more damage, and power attacks have 80% chance to slow enemies. Stamina costs reduced by 25% and 50% for power attacks. Killing blows grant 20 stamina. Find more spears and parts and loot. Beautiful. And then the last one will take perception level 10. Which is probably going to hold off on that for now. I'm going to go work on some other skill, I think, probably. Oh, God. Stupid dogs, man. Not as bad as vultures. Not as bad as vultures. It's still pretty bad. So then he shows up about 12:30, I think. And then I'm already rocking a level 4. And yeah, and so it wasn't what I was expecting. I honestly, now that I've got it, I probably wouldn't have gotten it had I known. I was expecting a battery backup, like what I've already got. I thought it would be a big box that sits on the floor with plugs in the back of it. When the lady asked me if I wanted one, she was like, you know, I was thinking, she said, you know, you need to keep everything on for the phone, and because I switched my phone over to the fiber, and so So I thought it was gonna be, you know, something I could plug my phone into, because what kind of phone doesn't need to plug in? Like I've got the wired phone that doesn't require you to plug in, gets its power from the phone line, kind of thing. But no, like what phone doesn't have to plug in? So it doesn't. Nice. It doesn't. It doesn't work for anything but the modem itself. Like, it doesn't power the router because the router is a separate device. Uh, I've got a short wire comes in the house, and then up by the ceiling is the fiber modem, and so it's locked in at the ceiling there. And then there's another box on the bottom of it. I don't know if it's a box. I think it just might be a cover for where all the cords plug into. And then a wire, a network cable runs from that to the router. And so I'm like, oh, well, that's like a totally separate thing. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it'd all be one thing. And ugh, this would work better if I wasn't I'm not wasting my heal. I'm not wasting my heal on this, just trying to get home in the dark. How am I not close to home? Where is my home? Oh. I'm headed the wrong direction. So so that doesn't plug into it. No, it just plugs in. It just plugs into the modem. It's not a normal cord that runs from it to the modem, and then it's got a regular cord that plugs in the wall to power it. And that's it. That's all it does. It's an 8-hour battery backup for just the modem. And he's like, yeah, so this only powers the modem, and so if you want internet, you're going to have to plug into it directly because it doesn't power the router. And I'm like, oh, okay. Wish they'd have told me that before, because when you say, oh, you want one of these to keep your phone going, I'm imagining that it powers the whole thing for 8 hours, including my phone. But clearly it doesn't. I mean, it won't even... I can't even use my cell phone with it at that point, you know? So I thought that was a little weird. But, you know, what? It's fine. It's fine. I've got other battery backups. It's also funny because the cord for the modem is so short, and where they installed it... it doesn't even reach a plug, and so I had to go find an extension cord for them to plug it into. I felt like they could have been a little better prepared for where they decided they wanted to put it. But you know what? It works great. The internet is amazing. It works great. It's you know, I basically jumped from excluding Starlink, I jumped from 6 meg down 700-ish K up DSL to 2 gig fiber. So, you know, it's a good week for my internet, for sure. For sure, for sure. But yeah, so that's all hooked up now. And then, oh man, I'll tell you this one. I don't, is it just pulling teeth? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm like, I send a message to my brother. I'm like, hey, you know, I got this fiber coming in unexpectedly. Because we've both been waiting on fiber. He's supposed to be getting fiber, I was supposed to be getting fiber. But we've been waiting like a year and a half now for the company that was putting in fiber in the area to put in fiber. And they still aren't at it. So, so I was like, hey, since I'm switching over this other thing, do you want my Starlink? Because it looks like I can transfer ownership. And then you can use that until they're there, you know, if that's a month or a year, whatever. You think that's a simple yes or no answer. But no. It's been an entire week's worth of conversations about Starlink. And I don't mean like technical questions. I mean like, yeah, we're probably interested in it. I'm like, okay, well, I got it if you want it. Yeah, I'm really considering it because, you know, my internet here isn't the greatest. I'm like, I know, that's why I was suggesting you take it. And then that way, you know, you've got it and it'll be good to go. And, can I make another torch in here? Fat, cloth, and wood. Oh, I don't have any wood. Dang it. I don't know if I could get down and get to a tree. I also don't know if I could get down the ladder. There we go. And then, and so I'm like, well, you know, it's here, man. If you want it, I can get it all good to go. We just gotta submit that you want to use it and see if they approve it. Because Starlink is limited in how many they allow in a given area, I believe. And so you basically have to petition. Look, I managed a little tiny tree. I don't know why my guy is so cold. It's just rain. I'm not in a frozen area. I got clothes on. Why are you frozen, man? Alright, and then I need cloth. And fat. Let's make a couple more here. So, so then he's like, yeah, I guess we're interested in it. And I'm like, all right, well, it's here. And when you want to come get it, we'll see what it takes to get it swapped over. And, so he's like, yeah, we're just, you know, we're trying to figure out where exactly it would go. I'm like, okay. Well, we, you know, our email is, connected to our current provider, and, they're not the same thing. It's like having a Google and the provider, but so I don't know what the deal is. I'm like, yeah, it seems like it would just separate back out to its, you know, normal Google type address. And so I don't know that would necessarily stop you from being able to have it. I don't know. But you know, whatever, man. Well, I think it'd be okay. You know, even if we have to switch email addresses, you know, that would happen anyways when we got the fiber. I'm like, yeah, I know, man. I know. Uh, I well, yeah, I think we want it. I see that you don't pay as much as a new subscriber. Uh, do you want to keep it in your name and then we'll just give you the money each? I'm like, no, no. I'm pretty sure that they know where it's at. So, I'd have to like submit that I'd moved basically. Um, He's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm like, and besides, you'd be saving like the $600 or $700 I spent on equipment by taking my equipment. Because he's like, it'd just be a couple of months until they get the fiber in. Or no, he said, I'd hate to subscribe at the new rate to find out it's just a couple of months before they get the fiber in. And I could have saved that money. Yeah, dude, but you're getting my dish and my router and the mounts that I purchased, like, and he's like, oh, you know, I don't know if I'm really keen on mounting that out in the yard now. That's what he sent me today. I was like, look, I don't know what you want. I offered it. If you want it, you can have it. I'm not gonna force it on you, okay? I don't know what you want, man. I don't know what you want from me. It's way better than what you've got. It's way better. It's not that much more expensive than what you got, but it's way better than what you currently use. And you know, and I just thought it'd be nice if you had access to better internet while you were waiting for even better internet. You know, like I had. I just thought it'd be nice because I don't know what else to do with the Starlink. I don't know anybody else who'd want it. Everybody else is either not internet users or, you know, live in an area where they have decent internet. So I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, it's, I just try to do a nice thing. Gotta turn into a big hassle, you know? Alright, with that, be better than the small things, lean to the light, and I will talk to you later.